Hello, guys, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. I started last week actually, where I'm doing pick a cards live on Saturdays on Facebook and Instagram. So, what I end up doing is then doing the extended here on YouTube, just because this way I'm only looking at one camera, to be honest with you guys. But it's kind of interesting because when I went ahead and I revealed the three sets of cards, it has a lot to do with what we were talking. The video that I put out yesterday in regards to sacrifice. So I'm kind of excited to go ahead and dive a little deeper into each of the groups. So while we go ahead and we wait, because I do want to go ahead and start as close to one as possible. Hi, Jocelyn. How are you? I want everybody to go ahead and take a few minutes and focus on the bells. So we have the kiss. Sorry, guys, the kiss bell, the smile bell, and then the wine bell. So we're going to take a couple of deep breaths in and out, just like we did on Facebook and Instagram, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. So everybody go ahead, say your intentions, and sit comfortable, and let's go ahead and have some fun, guys. All righty. So deep breath in, and then release it. I'm going to take a second one. And then release it. And then one last one, guys. Deep breath in. And release. So I want everybody to go ahead and release any expectations of what it is that they feel at the moment that is right. There is a lot when it comes to when we're talking about, energies and whatever it is that you guys are feeling. There is a lot of confusion with a lot of people at the moment. So the reason for these messages is to try and bring as much clarity as possible, to try and give you guys as much guidance as possible, to get that clarity from within yourself. If things seem a little bit too confusing, if things seem a little bit too impossible at the moment. Alrighty. So it is 1 o'clock, and we are going to go ahead and begin with the kiss bell. Okay. So I'm just writing down the time when we'll go ahead and begin. So kiss bell. So I'm just going to go ahead and move these over just so we can have a little bit more space. So with the kiss bell for this upcoming week, I'm just pulling out my coffee and the ladies' night as well, so we can go ahead and stand each other card. So with the kiss, we have the shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gift. For the tarot, we have the serpiente sol. So this is kind of like the energy that you guys are going to be going through. So there's going to be the space of kind of like intense, maybe there may be some surfacing of anxiety or something like that. With the serpiente sol, what I picked up was that you guys have to be very careful that you guys are staying balanced and you guys are staying aligned within yourself, and that you're not allowing the energies to overtake. You're not allowing your emotions to overtake of the moment. There may be a lot of triggers coming in this week, so just be very careful of that. And also, the other thing that I wanted to say is that just because you're being triggered doesn't mean that you have to kind of realize where it is that the trigger is coming from. Because if you just continue to suppress them or push them away, then you're never going to be able to heal that part, or you're never going to be able to get over those energies. And then the last card, we have the spaceship. Don't be afraid to sing. So these are the three main cards that came out, right, for the kiss. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to read the shapeshifter first. And I should know it by heart, right? Because I just read it. But the goal here is not to lie, right? Take your time and focus on developing your gifts and strength. So this week is about you developing your gifts and your strength. So that is part of your transformation for this week, guys. And then we have the spaceship, which is number 43. I just had to go ahead and look at the number, guys, okay? So let's go ahead and see what 43 has for you guys. So we have, you've been made to believe that your voice that your unique point of view in this world isn't worth very much. Let me tell you, that couldn't be further from the truth. Your words are worth all the stars in the night sky. So don't forget to sing whenever you have the chance. Your voice is powerful enough to sink a dozen spaceships. So let's go ahead and see, because with this Serpienta Sol, I really want to go ahead and see what it is that is going to be. I'm trying to move these like into a space where I'm not knocking them down. I think I'm just going to have to go ahead and move myself, right, guys? All right, there we go. So let's go ahead and see. What are these triggers? Where are these triggers coming from? What are the triggers that those that chose the kiss bell have to go ahead and take a look into? We have the King of Wands in the reverse. Maybe you're in a space or around people that you feel that you can't speak up, either because they are in a space of authority, whether this is a parent figure or somebody that you look up to, or somebody that you feel that is very wise or has a lot of wisdom. But there is this kind of like suppression or this energy that kind of wants to keep you silent. So during this week, you have to be, it's kind of like learning to pick your battle. So you guys have to be very careful with when it is that you are meant to speak up. I feel that a lot of you are staying silent and are not speaking up when you know that you're supposed to be speaking up, whether it is that you're supposed to be speaking up for yourself or you're supposed to be speaking up for someone else. And what I mean by that is sometimes there are people that really are not aware of what's going on. There are people that are completely out there and they need a voice. And sometimes you have to be that voice. So with the gifts that are being revealed to you at this time, as you're going ahead and you're developing those gifts, make sure that you are really listening to your intuition as to what it is that you need to speak up about. Then we have the Seven of Swords. So there is this space of you really need to stop fighting your intuition. You really need to stop fighting what it is that you are meant to do in this world. You need to stop holding yourself back, because many of you are still in this battle of like, okay, I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I know that this is right. I know that this is what I'm being led to do. This is my truth. But then again, a lot of you are staying stuck in this space and these energies where you're still not going ahead and doing what it is that you have to do. We have the 6 and the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's like you're trying to find that balance within yourself. You're trying to find the perfect time, and I'm going to put it in quotations. You're trying to find the perfect time, the perfect place, the perfect way of doing something. And what you have to understand is that there is no such thing as the perfect time, because the time is now. This is the moment that you are living in. This is the time that you are living in now. So you cannot wait until things settle down outside. You cannot wait until the chaos settles down, because if you continue to wait, then you're going to continue on reaping exactly what it is that you have reaped. So there is an emphasis here for you guys to literally drop it. Drop that self-sabotaging energy, that energy that is really keeping a lot of you stuck. You need to go ahead and just drop it. You need to go ahead and allow this transformation to happen. You have to allow it to happen. A lot of you are aware of your gifts, and you are doing a disservice, not just to yourself, but to those that are waiting to hear, for those that are waiting to learn, for those that are waiting for you to go ahead and finally speak up, those that are waiting for you to finally go ahead and take your rightful place in this world. You were born for more than what you are doing. You were born for more than what you are giving to the world. So there is a need here for you guys to go ahead and take that first step. And the thing is that with the Serpiente Sol is like the only way that you are going to become unbalanced during this transformation is by sitting down and doing nothing. By sitting down and continually doing exactly what it is that you are doing at the moment, which is nothing. So if you want to find that balance within yourself, then there is a need here for you to go ahead and take that first step. Take that leap of faith. So let's go ahead and see. So we have the 6 of Wands. Your messages, or whatever it is that you are giving, whatever it is that you are to contribute to this world, is going to be received. We have the 4 of Cups over the 7 of Wands, the 7 of Swords. Sorry, guys. So with this 4 of Cups is like really if this is the thing is like if your gifts if you feel that your gifts are what you're meant to contribute to this world, right, and you know it deep down in your heart and you have faith in it, right guys, then what is stopping you? If you know that this is what you're meant to do, if you know that this is your calling, if this is your path, if this is your journey, then what is stopping you at the moment? You're supposed to go ahead and put your heart into everything that you do, because love is what is going to help you overcome. It is what is going to show others that light within yourself. With the Six of Pentacles in reverse, we have the Four of Swords. There is this need to go ahead and stop. The time is now. You need to go ahead and stop. Stop fighting yourself. Stop telling yourself that you don't have enough time. Stop telling yourself that you're never going to accomplish it. Stop telling yourself that you're never going to achieve something. Because the thing is, with the Two of Wands over the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, as powerful as your words are, you speak it and it comes into existence. You speak it and it's right there. So if you continue to tell yourself over here that you can't and that you can't and that you have to wait and that you have to wait, then that is exactly what you're bringing into your reality. That is exactly what you're bringing into your world. So it is time for you guys that chose KISS to go ahead and take your rightful place in this world, guys. And I can't say it in any other way. That is exactly what it is. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle these before we go ahead and move on over to the next spell. And I hope that that message brought you guys the clarity that you guys were seeking. So let's go ahead. And we're moving over to Smile. So for the Smile, we have Shaman, trust in higher forces. So there is a need here for those that chose the Smile bell to go ahead and trust in higher forces. There may be something, or in the recent past, there was probably something that kind of shook your faith, kind of shook your entire world. Let's put it this way. Something either came to an ending or something was revealed to you and it kind of scared you into the space where you're unsure of what it is that you're supposed to do. You are unsure of where it is that you're supposed to be headed. So we have the Spirit of Swords as the tarot card that came out with the Smile. So with that is you guys definitely need to go ahead and take some time to meditate, take some time to pray, because you guys are getting the messages. You guys are getting, like, your intuition is so on point, but you guys are allowing the outside influences to confuse you guys a lot. There is definitely a lot of confusion when it comes to the Smile bell. So it's like you have to go ahead and listen to your intuition, listen to that inner voice, because it's not misguiding you if you are connected within yourself enough, meaning you are balanced enough within yourself where you know what it is that you can give so that you can receive. And you also know how much of yourself you can give to others without depleting yourself or without dishonoring yourself. So there is definitely a need here to go ahead and spend some time with yourself to go ahead and get that clarity. Go ahead and have that knowing of what it is that you have to do, what path it is that you have to take. So we have the Sundress, do it for you. And that is number 41. So we're going to go ahead first and read the Shaman, guys. I believe that's page 64, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, I was correct. Trust in your angels, guides, and ancestors. If you have been giving your power away, claim it back. And then 41, that's what I said, right? Sundress. When it comes to healing and recovery, make sure you're doing it for yourself, not for somebody else. Becoming too dependent on other people would only end in disappointment. People leave, friends drift, family members become estranged. Your reason needs to be bigger than them. And believe it or not, you, meaning you, whoever it is that is watching, are important enough to be that reason. So this is something that you have to do for yourself. This has nothing to do with your family. This has nothing to do. You guys are just like, seriously, let's go ahead and see. This has nothing to do with your family. This has nothing to do with your friends. This has nothing to do with your significant other. This has to do with you, with your path, with your journey, what it is that you are meant to do. We have the Four of Swords, the Two of Wands is coming back out. We have the Page of Swords. So with this Four of Swords is like, and then we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So with this Four of Swords, guys, apologies, there is this inner conflict that if you go ahead and you trust, right, your intuition, you trust, you have faith that the path that you're going, what it is that you're leaving behind is the correct thing, right? But you're also afraid that you're getting the wrong information or you're being misled because there is somebody or there are people in your life that you feel that you do not want to leave behind, meaning that you're going to feel guilty if you make it or if you move forward into something without them. And again, this part of your process, this part of your journey has nothing to do with anyone or anything outside of yourself. So how others are going to feel or how you feel that you're leaving others behind, you have to go ahead and tap into what it is that is causing you. What is causing you to feel like that? What is causing you to feel guilty about living your path, about living your journey? With the Page of Swords in the upright, is you have been putting up a fight to your own manifestation. You have been it's like you yourself are standing strong and blocking your own blessings because you feel that the blessings are not for you. You rather give away your blessings to others than to have them come in for you. And you need to stop doing that because you have put in the work. You have done what has been asked of you to receive these blessings. With the Knight of Cups in the reverse, it's like, again, to me, I see this as a clear confirmation of what I was saying in yesterday's message is you need to stop sacrificing yourself. You need to stop sacrificing your blessings for someone else. You have to go ahead and allow these blessings to come in for you because you have done the work. You have put in the time. When you are asked to go ahead and go deep within yourself and heal yourself and see the things that needed to change, to go ahead and release certain situations, certain thought patterns, things that were holding you back, you went ahead and you did it. So stop holding yourself in place by sacrificing the blessings and giving them to someone else. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else. Yeah, I get a little bit excited when I start channeling, guys. So just an FYI, okay? So let's go ahead. And again, guys, I do start these over on Facebook and Instagram. And then I go ahead and do the extended here. I actually like the flow of it. So it is something that as long as I feel led to go ahead and do it, I'm going to be doing it on Saturdays. I do not post any cards or anything like that. Like I do a pick a card every day on Facebook and Instagram. They are not live Monday through Fridays. They're only live on Saturdays. And I do believe that I have to add the Facebook and Instagram information down below. I think I took it off by mistake. Alrighty. Just need 2 more cards. And the noise in the background, guys, the TV is on for the dogs. I believe they're taking a nap. Go ahead and see. Oh, wait. Okay. So with the Four of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords. You have caused the space that you are in now. You have manifested where it is that you are now. If you feel stuck, if you feel like things are going for the worse or things have gone for the worse, if you feel that you haven't gotten clarity, if you feel like you haven't been able to connect with, with God, if you feel disconnected from God, from spirit, from the universe, that is your own doing because you went ahead and decided to put somebody else in front of you or another situation in front of you. With the King of Swords, it's like it's time for you to take your power back. It's time for you to stand up for yourself. It is time for you to go ahead and do this. All of this work has to be done for you. You are not disconnected. It is just that you are choosing to go ahead and not listen to the messages that are coming in. With the Page of Swords, we have the Five of Swords. So it is more of go deep in within yourself, what it is that you want, what it is that you want to manifest, how it is that you want to live your life. And even if that doesn't fit someone else's point of view, even if that doesn't fit someone else's mold, sorry, are you still willing to go ahead and take the risk and take the chance, take the opportunities when they go ahead and they're right in front of you? This is something that you guys really have been fighting with, really have been battling, and you guys really have to go ahead. And when these opportunities to go ahead and allow these blessings to come in, you guys have to allow them to come in. With the Knight of Cups in the reverse, we have the Six of Pentacles, and then we have the Four of Wands. The balance that you seek here on earth has to come from within you. Your intuition has been asking you to listen to it. Your soul has been begging. Spirit has been trying to come through. God has been showing you. The universe has been showing you. It's like confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. If there's no balance within yourself, if there's chaos within yourself, then that is exactly what your world is going to be. That is exactly what your world is going to expose. That is exactly how your world is going to be. So if you want balance in the outside, you want balance in your emotions, you want balance in your finances. And when I talk about emotions, I'm talking about things that may trigger you from others, not the emotions that you deal with within yourself. But if you want balance within things that are triggering you, if you want balance within your finances, if you want balance within connections, relationships, your business, your career, etc., then you have to find that balance within yourself. And the only way that you're going to find that balance within yourself is by putting in the work in yourself, for yourself, not for someone else. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what the wine bell has for you guys. I want to ring them so badly, but then it's going to get the dogs barking. So we'll do a quick ring right before we finish. And yes, I'm reeling them. Just don't pay me any mind. So for the wine bell, we have be the light. You have to be the example that you want the world to. You have to be the example in the world of what it is that you want the world to be. So if you want to help, or you want to lead others in healing, you want to lead others to learn, let's say you want to teach people about crystals, you want to teach people about tarot cards, you want to teach people about, the zodiac signs, you want to teach people about exercise, you want to teach people about nutrition, you want to teach people about hair products, whatever it is, then you yourself have to be the example. You yourself have to be a student first. And a lot of you have been running away from learning. 86. Take the higher road and choose the light. Remove yourself from lower energy experiences. Now, when we talk about lower energy experiences, if let's just put it for example, you feel that your path has to do with nutrition, right? And you set aside a certain amount of hours every day to go ahead and learn more about nutrition, or you sign up for a class, or you do this, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, to set up a plan to learn, to gain as much knowledge as you can about whatever it is. You say, in this example, we're using nutrition, right? And then somebody calls you up and say, oh, let's go do this. Oh, let's go do that. Or 100 people, not 100, but 5 different people are calling you, right? And let's do this, let's do that. And instead of committing to the time that you have set up for yourself to learn whatever it is that you want to learn, you go ahead and you're like, oh, I can do it later. And you just go ahead and do whatever it is you want to do. Now, the thing is that then you continue to do this day after day after day after day after day after day. And then 6 months later, you're like, oh, shoot, I should have been done with this course. I should have been done with this class. I should have been done with this. But you're still at the starting point. So there is a need for you group, the wine group, to go ahead and stop procrastinating when it comes to the learning that you have to to do, because you cannot go ahead and give someone advice on something that you yourself do not know. You cannot go ahead and tell somebody like, oh yeah, you should drink a cup of water because that is enough, because then you don't have the knowledge. Because then when people start asking you questions as to, well, why should I drink just a cup of water, or why should I drink 4 cups of water, or why should I drink this amount of ounces a day, or why should I do this, then you don't have the knowledge behind it, because you didn't apply the time when it was necessary. Because at the moment it was more important for you to go ahead and hang out with your friends, hang out with your cousins, and this and this and that. And the thing is that if you learn to manage your time correctly, you will have time to go ahead and learn what it is that you have to learn, as well as being able to spend time with those that you love, with those that you care. Just saying, guys. So then we have judgment. There is definitely a space here where you have this lifestyle, or this dream in your head of what it is that you are to provide to the world, of what it is that you are to bring to the world. But in order for you to go ahead and see that actually manifest, you're going to have to put in the work. Because judgment, the time for judgment is here when it comes for you to manifest, right? But what are you manifesting? You're manifesting nothing, because you haven't done anything, because you haven't taken the time to go ahead and learn what it is you have to learn. So you want to manifest something, then you have to put in your time. You have to put in the effort, and stop complaining that you don't have the time. Stop complaining that you don't have the money. Stop complaining that you don't have the this, because I'm pretty sure that if something new comes out, you're going to go ahead and figure out the money to go ahead and get it. So instead of making investment in materialistic things that are not necessary for your day-to-day living, then make an investment in yourself. That is what you guys are meant to do during this time. We have gold. You don't need someone else to fix you. And again, it's like you have been in this space where you feel that you have to have this or you have to have that in order to go ahead and help others, or go ahead and start something. But that initial, oh, this is what I should do. If you follow that, you'll see that whatever it is that you need to create something, whatever it is that you need to go ahead and start something, is going to become very clear to you. And it's a little bit more simple than what you have actually made it out to be in your head, if that makes sense, guys. Because I feel that a lot of you are complicating the taking the chance or the learning process of it, because you have made it bigger in your head than what it actually is. If you know that, okay, let's say between 8 a.m. and 5 or 6 p.m., you know that every single minute of your day is filled. What happens between 5 a.m. and 8 a.m.? Is there a time there? I'm not saying that you have to wake up at 5 in the morning, but if you wake up at 7 to get ready for work, right? You can get up at 6:30. You can get up 30 minutes earlier and go ahead and spend that time learning what it is that you're supposed to be learning. If you go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, you could probably push it another 15 or 20 minutes, because I'm pretty sure that if there was a TV show on or a movie or somebody asked you out for a drink, you would go ahead and go to bed an hour or 2 hours later. So it's kind of like, there you go, Jocelyn, stop overthinking it, because the thing is that you guys are keeping yourself stuck. So judgment is here for you guys if you are willing to go ahead and take it. There are going to be, when we talk about sacrificing, how I was talking about yesterday, you're sacrificing the wrong thing. Okay? You can sacrifice 30 minutes of your life to learn something that is going to help you in the future. What you're going to sacrifice is 3 hours of your life trying to figure out a problem for someone else that is not even willing to help themselves. Why? But those 3 hours that you just spent trying to fix someone else's life, you could have freaking read an entire chapter or 3 chapters of whatever it is that you're trying to learn. Just saying, guys. All right. Someone is trying to now I got a little too excited, right? Someone is trying to convince you that you are broken beyond repair. Unless you accept their helping hand, or of course, if someone offers to fix some part of you, it's not because you're being selfless or kind. They know that you are in a vulnerable place, and they want to make you entirely dependent on them Tell them no, thank you. You know exactly how to put the gold in your own cracks. So again, it's like you guys have to not this weekend, not tonight, not tomorrow, not a week from now, today. Decide. Do you want a year from now? We're not even looking at 2 years, 5 years, a year from now. Do you want to be in the same place of wishing and hoping that you would have gone ahead and spend the time and put in the work, put in the time to manifest the things that you're trying to manifest? Or are you actually going to be living out what it is that you want for your life? And that is a choice that every single one of you out there have. Now, let's go ahead and see. We have the Two of Swords. Page of Wands. There is a space here where there's somebody, I feel that you guys are battling, not just yourself. I do feel that when things come in, you're kind of like downplaying it in your head, like, oh no, I could never do that. Oh no, nobody's going to listen to what I have to say. Oh no, nobody's going to do this. That's what I have to put gold in. That's what it's, hey, that's what the book says. I didn't write it. I'm just a messenger, guys. Okay. So it's kind of like the space where you guys really have to, it doesn't matter who believes in what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And I feel that that is what you guys have to really understand here. And you really have to get into the space of knowing. It doesn't matter if, because the thing is that what you have to offer is not going to tailor to everyone. Those that are meant to listen to your message, those that are meant to find you, those that are meant to hear what it is that you have to say, to follow your guidance, are going to find their way to you. But how are they going to find their way to you if you're constantly fighting actually starting it? If you're not doing anything, then there's nothing for anyone to find. If you're not saying anything, then there's nothing for anyone to hear. So you have to go ahead and stop fighting yourself. With the Nine of Wands, and then we have the King of Cups in the reverse. Someone really made you guys really doubt, or really made you feel like that what you're asking for or what you want to do is almost impossible. And to whoever that is kind of like, first of all, shame on them, because nobody can come in and tell you that what is coming from inside you, what it is that you're meant to do in this world is not right, is wrong. Shame on them. I'm serious, because who are they to tell you that you can't accomplish something, that you can't do this, that you can't do that? And now the only way that is going to be true is if you allow it to. If you take their word for it that you can't do it. So it is up to you. You have to go ahead and make the decision as to what it is. Are you going to listen to what others are telling you that you can and cannot do, or are you going to listen to your own intuition? With the Two of Swords, we have the Ace of Cups. And I'll go ahead and show you. So we have the Ace of Cups. Listen to your heart. Listen to your intuition. It's not going to misguide you. The thing is that because down the road, let's put it this way, during your journey, during your path, you end up having challenges that you feel that you should have avoided or whatever, is what is probably making you kind of question or kind of believe what others are telling you. But the thing is that, again, if you feel that you are in a place of leadership or in a place of guidance, then you're going to have to go through things first. You're going to have to go through them, or you're going to have to grow through them. And if you don't grow through them the first time, you're going to have to go through them until you grow through them, guys. So you have to allow that to sink in, because a lot of people are just going through shit left and right, but they're not growing through it. Because then when you go ahead and you see the next 6 months out of their life, they're doing the same exact shit. They're doing the same exact thing because they're not growing through it, because they feel that the challenge that is in front of them is bigger than them, when it is not true. The challenge that is in front of you is in front of you because you can handle it. Because you have the skills, you have the knowledge, you have whatever it is that you have with inside of you is going to help you grow through that experience. And then when you grow through it, then you're able to go ahead and help others that are still stuck going through it. Okay? We have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So over the Ten of Wands. So there is a need here. Stop worrying so much about what others are saying. Stop. The more you stay stuck on what people are telling you that you cannot achieve, the longer that you are going to go ahead and stay stuck in your life. The longer that you are going to continue on staying stuck in the cycle that you are currently in. With the Nine of Wands, we have the Seven of Swords. So you have to learn how to. I need to take a couple of breaths, guys. I need to take a couple of breaths, guys, because seriously, like I said, I get a little bit too excited, right? But there is a need here for you to value or put more worth on your own intuition, on your own self, than you do to others. Because the thing is that, okay, let's say whoever is telling you that, let's say, again, we're going to use the nutrition part of it as an example. You want to learn nutrition because you want to teach people about nutrition. Whoever's telling you that it's going to be impossible for you to go ahead and do that, which is not true, but let's just go ahead and say it. What are they doing? Are they working for someone? Do they have a dream? Do they have something that they're passionate about? Or are they just doing whatever it is that their boss is telling them to do? When they get home, what are they spending their time on? What are they doing with their time? Now, that is what you have to look at, because again, a lot of people are going to give you advice based on where it is that they are. So if someone, and I've said this before, if someone does not have a dream, if someone does not have a passion for something, if someone does not believe that there is more than to just working a 9 to 5, then how are you expecting them to believe in your dream? You have to make that decision, guys. Seriously. We have the Seven of Wands with the King of Cups in the reverse. You need to have more faith in yourself. You have to have more faith in what it is that is part of your journey, what it is part of your path. There are going to be times that are going to be a little bit more challenging than others, and that is true. But if you go ahead and you take a moment and you look at your life, you look at the past, you'll see that there were times that were more challenging, but you're no longer in those spaces. You're no longer in that area. So allow that to guide you so that you yourself can be that light, so that you yourself can be that example for others. Whew, that is all that I have, guys. Alrighty. Well, guys, I want to go ahead and say thank you for all the love and support. I want to go ahead and say thank you for all the donations, all of you that have been donating. As always, I want to go ahead and send every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye. Let's see if we can end it, right? It doesn't want to end. It doesn't want to end.